Hello! Welcome to All Things ESL. My name is Jess, and today we're going to talk about the hiring process in Novakid. Let's get started. So if you're not familiar with Novakid, I did post a video about them. It was my work experience. And if you want to know more about the company, I am going to put the link in the description box below for you to see. But anyways, these are the hiring process in Novakid, and I will discuss each and every one of them along with my own experience. So the first step is the initial screening, where you have to fill out a form, and this is the part where the HR studies your application and decides whether or not your credentials meet their requirement. Your video introduction is also important in this step because they pay close attention to your accent. The application form is short, but it is essential to fill it out properly to have higher chances of being shortlisted. So the thing that you will put in the form is your name, your teaching experience, video attachment of your introduction, applicant information, your education, teaching certificates, and you will also have a grammar test where you will be given different types of tasks. And please pay close attention to the instructions on how to fill out a form because it is important. The passing score is 85% with only one attempt. So take this step very seriously because once you fail, your application will be rejected. If your informations meet the requirements that they need, then you are up for the next step. For my experience, a day after submitting my application, they emailed me that I was up for the next step, which honestly was unexpected because I thought my credentials didn't meet the requirements. But I just tried it and I probably got lucky. The next step is technical test. In this step, you will be advised to run a technical test and speed test on their platform to check whether or not your device and internet connections are sufficient enough for Novakid. So how do you take the technical test? Well, first, these are the technical requirements that you need to meet. So once you've run your test for internet connection, color signs will appear for downlink, uplink, and latency. And these are what the color signs mean for each one. So if your first attempt is not successful, then they will ask you to redo the test within the next 48 hours. If the second test is another fail, then they will have to put your application on hold until you improve the internet connection. But if everything is good, then you're up for the next step. Now, for me, this step was pretty easy but still nerve wracking. Um, you never really know whether or not your internet connection will be good that day. But before you run the test, make sure that everything is stable and working fine. What I did was I took a speed test from another website just to make sure that my internet connection was good that day. The third step is methodology course. Once you're good for the next step, you will then need to take a methodology course to prepare you for the demo lesson. What you will need to do is you have to go to the platform with the course, read the informations, and watch a few videos. Take the test and send the confirmation upon completing the required course. Please do note that native applicants are not required to take this step and will be forwarded to the next step accordingly, which is the demo lesson. But since I'm not a native speaker, I had to take the course. And the course was actually important because it discusses the most effective and efficient way to teach in Novakid. So please take this course seriously, take notes, review, and practice for your demo lesson. Next is the demo lesson. Based on Novakid's instructions, you will need to introduce yourself, perform a short demo lesson, clarify all your questions. The interview will be held as a lesson on their platform, so please enter the class only at the scheduled time. Wait till the lesson appear an hour prior to the interview. Don't cancel this lesson yourself. If you would like to do so, please reach out to the HR manager. Novakid will give you a link for instructions on how to make a successful lesson, enter the classroom, navigate the classroom features. Once you've passed, the HR will give you a job offer. So the duration of the demo lesson was actually 25 minutes, but mine only took 15 minutes because the QA was already satisfied with my performance in class. And if you want to hear tips on how I passed my demo lesson, then please comment it in the comment section below if you want that to be my next video. The next step is the job offer. In this step, the HR will send you a job offer with the information on the hourly rate, required amount of hours per week, and other important informations. The important part of the job offer is the public offer, which is the main document which regulates terms and conditions of cooperation, rights, and obligations of both the teacher and Novakid. So please check it out carefully. So the next step is onboarding. This step prepares the newly hired teacher for their first working day. So there are operational courses, and the courses are mandatory for every teacher who accepts the job offer. Taking the course and passing the final exam is the last step of the hiring process. The course is designed for newly hired teachers. You will learn what to do for your first lesson, how to write feedbacks, how to deal with technical problems, how to conduct trial lessons, and how to adjust to students' level, as well as asking for a leave, lesson cancellations, teachers' account health, billing process, and the course ends with the final exam. The passing score is 75%. The last step is profile activation. In this step, you will need to submit a few things, which includes your photo, your video introduction, a biography to create an appealing profile. Before you can make any of these, please read and follow the requirements for the media content and stick to these requirements, because your profile will not be activated unless you follow the requirements for the media content. Also, don't forget to provide your time availability, copies of your teaching related diplomas or certificates. They'll also give a document which needs to be signed to allow you to teach in Novakid. For my experience, I had to do everything from scratch, especially with the video introduction, since you need to follow the requirements that they gave you. But since they already provided you with the requirements and guidelines on what to put on your video introduction, then it was pretty easy for me to put whatever I need to put in that video. Once you've submitted all the documents that they need, then they will review these documents. They will contact you shortly to confirm the last details before getting started. Then you're ready for your first day. And that's pretty much it. But I know a lot of you have heard that the hiring process in Novakid takes almost a month to do so. And for me, yes, that's how mine went. And the reason for that is because I was still working for two companies, which was Akatalk and 25 Hoon. So my schedule was a bit hectic, which gave me a little to no free time to actually go on with Novakid's hiring process. But aside from that, the reason why it takes so long is because every step you have to send them an email confirming that you've already finished the step, and they will send you another confirmation that you're up for the next step. But the thing is, Novakid only accepts your email for a certain period of time, and if you don't reach that time, then they will message you the next day, which actually is the reason why it took me so long. Because for example, I had to take the methodology course today, and my deadline to send them a confirmation was only, I think it was 7 p.m., but I'm not sure about that. Please don't take my word for it. And I sent in my confirmation probably around 9 p.m. So they messaged me the next day. And the thing is, from what I remember, they don't entertain the applicant's emails during the weekend. But I'm not sure if that's still the thing that they do, because my application was last year. So they keep updating their system. So please don't take my word for it. This is just my experience. So that was it. Thank you so much for watching my video. Hopefully this video was helpful in your application journey in Novakid. And if you have any questions, then feel free to comment them down below. I'll try my best to answer each and every one of them. But for now, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.